Thank you, thank you. Dr. Umandra Nadvarma, Chairperson of the Open University of Mauritius. Dr. Kaviraj Sukon, Director General of the University of Mauritius. Distinguished professors and academics, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm very thankful of the privilege extended to address today's graduation ceremony of the Open University of Mauritius. Allow me at the outset to extend my warm congratulations to all of you graduates for your success. As you graduate today, I would like to invite you to pause and reflect on the hard work and effort that you have made. As we are never successful alone, I extend also our thanks to your parents and the families who have made lots of sacrifices to help you reach this level of success. I'm delivering this address with the conviction that our country, Mauritius, needs you. Today I would like to share 3 stories with you about me. One about my past, one about the present and the learnings that I got from the present, and one on our collective future. Allow me first to share a bit about my past. Like all of us, I have a history of migration. My ancestors came from France in the late 1700s, and I was born from Mauritian parents in June 1965. I grew up in Mocha, where I took a lot of pleasure roaming in the sugarcane fields and spending a lot of time in nature for hours. This greatly influenced my choice to do my first degree in agricultural economics from the University of South Africa. My first job, I worked for the sugar industry, I was mentioned earlier. Later, 4 years later, I actually went to the UK to do an MBA at London Business School. And after graduating, I took a job in a consulting firm called CSC, an American firm working in Europe, and sharing about the difficulties of achieving and being able to actually lay the foundations of the next steps. I want to share that I made 121 applications to get that job after my MBA. I probably got about 10 or 11 positive responses, and I ended up with only 2 job offers, and I managed to have a choice between the 2. But that was really fantastic years, and I came back to Mauritius after 4 years' work there in 1997, and I've been working with Rogers now for 25 years, and I've had the pleasure and the honor of being the CEO now for the last 15 years. Learning is a lifelong process. You may have come across this quote by Mahatma Gandhi: "Live as if you were to die tomorrow, learn as if you were to live forever." I realized very early that I had to keep learning, also unlearning and relearning in order to remain relevant in today's world. In the spirit of learning, allow me to share 5 recommendations that I have come across and that enables me to do what I do over the last 35 years of hard work. The first is, do what you enjoy. It's a simple yet very powerful secret. Do what you love. Love what you do, and you will never have to work in a day. It will all feel like pleasure. Second, clarify your intentions. The stories you tell yourself matter, as they end up driving what you become. Third, keep investing in yourself. Take a series of decisions that will enable you to keep growing. Fourth, dream big, but take small steps. Never try to take too big a step, and stay steady in your stride towards those goals that you have identified. And fifth, decide what you really want to become good at. The reason is that there are millions of generalists in today's world, but yet we live in a world where it's the specialists who thrive. So choose your domain well, choose your domain well, and play to your strengths every day. My second story is about the present. When we leave university, we face a steep learning curve to excel in the working world. So in our quest towards excellence, there are two insights on the differences between the academic world and the corporate world that I would like to share with you. I know most of you actually are studying and working at the same time, so I hope these words will be relevant. The first insight is that during our academic year, our results are largely determined by our own personal capabilities, efforts, and performance. These are mostly constrained by our personal strengths and less good qualities, which we often refer to as weaknesses. The beauty in the corporate world is that we have a chance to compensate our lesser abilities. We do this by calling on the strengths of other people. We do this by collaborating and communicating with our colleagues. This is what we call good teamwork. For those of you who are following the Football World Cup, in the struggle between France and Argentina to take the trophy home, the team which will win the current Soccer World Cup on Sunday will certainly be the one which plays to the strengths of each other as a collective group of individuals with good qualities. In academic life, you achieve success mainly due to your personal capabilities. In corporate world, like in football, you achieve success mainly due to effective teamwork. The second insight is about the idea of copying. Yes, I mean authorized copying. During our academic years, we are not allowed to copy on our neighbor, nor even ask friends to contribute to our individual assignments and performance. Our professors and supervisors will always tell us, and rightly so, Gorer est interdit, n'est-ce pas? Pas gagne droit gorer, mon petit. Gorer, c'est tricher, n'est-ce pas? Mais dans le monde du travail, savoir bien gorer, c'est faire preuve d'humilité. C'est faire preuve d'ouverture et de curiosité envers ce qui se fait de mieux par d'autres dans le monde. In corporate life, gorer is referred to as best practice. So in the present, we need to learn to be effective collaborators while learning to work smart by copying best practices from the best players around the world. This brings me to my third and final story, which is about our collective future. As we have said, a successful career requires the articulation of a clear sense of purpose and a continuous willingness to live a learning journey. This brings me to a set of questions focused on the future. As fresh graduates, how will you become the best version of yourselves? What values will you uphold as citizens of our country? How will you make a positive impact on the people around you? The many choices and constant distractions of modern times don't always help. These keep us away from our path and from our ultimate goal. To overcome these distracting effects, take control, take action, and take time to plan your work, and then work your plan according to your goals. 20 years back, I articulated my own sense of purpose and labeled myself as an architect of opportunity. For me, it means helping others grow and shaping a better future together. It means leaving a positive legacy for the future generations and my children, from which we have borrowed our planet. The sum total of the past million years of development of mankind has led us to an era where it is most comfortable to be alive. Increased longevity, material comfort, the rise of gender equality, variety of distractions, ease of mobility for everyday convenience, multiple alternatives to be effective at work and during our studies are all contributing to today's human comfort. Yes, this is probably the best time for a human being to be on the planet. Yet, our generation, your generation, will be facing unprecedented challenges. Indeed, higher human comfort is being developed at the expense of our planet, at the expense of our own little island. Unfortunately, even the best education and consciousness as human beings, we are demonstrating that we are sawing off the very branch on which we are sitting. As a species, we have become the worst living beings when it comes to coexistence. We have become our own best enemies. I realized the urgency of the situation when I was appointed as chairperson of the Sustainability and Inclusiveness Growth Commission of Business Mauritius with a mandate to help our enterprises embrace sustainability and strike the right balance between people, planet, and the prosperity of our people. The world is an extraordinary gift with its diversity of places, cultures, and landscapes. It is foremostly our only home, one we must fight for and one we must protect at all costs. As team members in a company, as leaders, as simple citizens, we are capable of creating a positive impact in everything we do. And I am a firm believer that in our families, circles of friends, professional environment, we can leverage our talent and our commitment to create a more sustainable future together. The German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche famously said, "What does not kill you makes you stronger." We must ensure that our collective actions do not kill us. We have to survive. To ensure that we influence our fate, we must develop our otherwise sleeping muscles, such as empathy and care for the greater good. These must take center stage if we are to survive. To this end, I would like to share 2 key learnings I have garnered over my career which can help you for the future. The first is staying agile. When things start to change around us, we have a conscious choice to make. Either we remain in the status quo and we get pushed around by adversity, or we adapt and seek to thrive as agile change makers. Mettons la débrouillardise légendaire des Mauriciens à contribution, notre débrouillardise légendaire. This is how we build resilience. At Rogers, I have made it my mission to infuse organizational agility throughout our businesses and throughout our teams. Second, think different. I think you mentioned it earlier on. Like Steve Jobs used to say, doing things differently has its benefits. In this fast-changing environment, you will have to reinvent yourself regularly to stay relevant, stay curious, stretch your imagination, stretch your limits, stretch your comfort zone. This is the key to innovation and to succeed in this fast-changing environment. When you think different, you see the world from a new perspective, and you see new opportunities that you can seize. Dear graduates, we are here to celebrate your success today. I have no doubt that the certificate of accomplishment you are receiving today constitutes a précieux sésame for your future life. It's a passport for success. Let it be a constant reminder that the decisions you make today will determine and shape your future. Stretch your limits, keep trying. No one ever achieved anything of substance by staying in his comfort zone, so step out of your comfort zone. Nelson Mandela once said, "I never lose. I either win or I learn." Like him, keep dreaming big for yourself and for our country. And remember, Mauritius needs you. Thank you.